Hello everybody, this is PotterBrony. Welcome to another blind reaction of RWBY. This time we have Volume 5, Chapter number 3, Unforeseen Complications. As always, the link in the description below. Be sure to support the official release from Rooster Teeth. And let's just get it started and see what they have in store for us. So, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, here we are, Menagerie. Of course, skip the song, so not that it helps, really. Taurus, and we can't really read all that. I'm sure if I paused I could.
Are you ready?
Yes. It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
Kind of skip for a second there.
You got this.
Don't touch me. Didn't even say anything. A press conference, huh? Yeah, press.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring
someone who just took over the White Fang,
but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us. Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan, and take over the reins himself.
Too late.
His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall.
So, Adam's plan. Adam had that planned.
I have sent my swiftest messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility.
I thought it almost felt like
my relationship
spontaneous
with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago,
putting it mildly,
I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind. What he has done benefits no one but himself. I think it's time that the faunus
that is a condemnation.
That we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was. To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs!
And you lost him. That's a shame.
Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon.
He is a good public speaker, but...
Traitors!
Fuck you.
Ilya.
Sorry.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted faunas just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of faunas. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down. If you truly want to help your people, now is the time to support Adam, not the Belladonnas.
What are you up to, son?
Will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up!
After her!
Did he age backwards?
He's possessed!
Or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
Yeah.
That's very weird. Yes.
Okay. Let's all just take a second and remember that
And what
this
did
is very
in order to say,
overwhelming
did
for
he age
everyone.
backwards? Yeah, back off a little bit.
Thanks. Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with two souls. So, first times all around.
Yep. Interesting to see how they're taking this.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk. Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Yeah, okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here.
What's that mean? Oh, I'm getting it now.
It is so very good to see you again, students.
Wait,
Is
what just
Ozpin
happened?
controlling the body now?
Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do
Interesting.
anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. And I wasn't exaggerating. I'm cursed. For thousands of years, I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul. The
Jeez.
Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form, and clearly wasn't my last. It's an extraordinarily strenuous process on everyone involved.
So what are you?
I am the combination of countless men who've spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I am changed. But my memories stay with me. This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past.
Oh.
But we must stop her now.
And how do we do
Jeez,
that?
that's a rough life.
By ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
Uh-oh.
Well, well, well. Look who's awake.
What's going on? Where am I?
You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
That's this woman.
Vernal?
Vernal. Okay. Now, is this the maiden?
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
Yeah.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
That's not what she wants, though.
Don't make this complicated.
What's going to make this complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral.
Oh.
You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee?
Yeah, that might make it a little complicated.
She's in Mistral now. And when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me. And you. What's
Well,
so funny?
that's unfortunate. They
Oh, I
find
don't
that
know
funny.
if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop. Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore.
Hmm?
General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops in tin cans.
Oh,
No one is
that's
coming to rescue.
unfortunate. But there are people coming. Will you still be there when they show up?
This is perfect! We were stuck at a dead end, but now we can just take little cute boy Osmond to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Please don't call me that.
But we're not sure that's the best idea.
You have suspicions, do you?
But I thought the headmasters all took their orders from you.
That was the intention. 4 lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him. Something's wrong. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I don't want to rule out any possibilities either.
Well, I think this is a safe
No one
conclusion.
outside of this room knows that I
Can't be
paired with
trusted.
Oscar, and I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Precisely. Now, we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
So long as they're trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Good luck with that.
After that,
Luck.
we can
I
move
see
on
what you
to
did there,
step
Nora.
2.
What's step 2?
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
But we already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have Crescent Rose, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
Well...
True.
Yeah.
Mr. Ark, I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance. All of you still have a ways to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there.
Salem and her forces. And though Oscar can give me temporary control, he'll need to strengthen his body and his aura.
Wait, what?
He'll inherit my muscle memory in time, but practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before...
that look on Ruby's face.
If Salem were to plan an attack, it would make sense that it occur prior to students' return.
You know,
not much time.
I don't see the looks of surprises on their face, but Nora's just like, eh.
Just don't expect me to go easy.
They've seen far more extreme things in their lives. You do need a little coordination there, Oscar. Yeah, didn't expect you to just sit idly by and allow this. So what's that guy gonna do? Is that get a message out or get you out? Get you out? And he can cut your vines. Alright, so... Alright, that was RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 3, Unforeseen Complications. Okay. Go through it bit by bit. Now the bandits... No, first bit, I don't know if it matters chronologically. Just go through it a little bit, like I said, bit by bit. The bandit had come across Winter, and Winter... Shit, no. Weiss. How did I get that confused? The bandits have come across Weiss, have her captive, and are going to ransom her back to her father, who is probably not going to pay. Now that I think about it, she's not his heir anymore. He is a total dick, and yeah. As I was saying, while Winter is not in Haven and Mistral anymore, according to the bandits anyway. Does make sense. I mean, that does seem like something Ironwood would do nowadays. While Winter is no longer around, it's not like there aren't people coming. I mean, they're not going there to get Weiss, but that could be a side benefit. Now, that's assuming that Weiss is still around when they show up. I'm wondering, as far as the new girl, Vernell, was that the name? Is that the maiden, or is that like Raven's second in command, or both? And it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. Could be either or both. If that is the maiden, then how far gone is she? Looks pretty far gone. If that is the maiden, then she's not gonna go quietly when Crow and crew show up for her. Now, it's interesting. I'm talking about that. It's like, but as I said, I don't know if she's gonna be around, if they're actually gonna send her back if they're gonna send Weiss back to her father, or if Weiss is gonna escape somehow. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. Now, as far as the White Fang, unfortunately, the fauna seemed to be easily swayed one way or the other, but except when it comes to helping humans. Yeah, there is some resentment there. There is some problems that have to be overcome. Big issue. And while Gira may be a good public speaker, did the mood of the crowd shift as soon as he said, defend them with everything we've got? No. And Ilya clearly doesn't seem to be able to think for herself. Like, they have her under their thumb, like, really, really badly. Now, granted, she is angry because of the loss of her parents and friends and family, due to, but blaming all humans for that isn't going to help matters. And she's one of those people that, in my opinion, is like, need to calm the fuck down. Lives have been lost, yes, it's unfortunate, it's a tragedy, but blaming everybody of a different race, a different species because of that, is only going to keep adding fuel to the fire, and it's never going to solve problems. Like, I know it's getting like really political now, but so is the episode. And that goes for all sides. You keep adding fuel to the fire, and it's just gonna keep burning until everything is gone. What's the point of that? People say you have to fight. It's like, but you don't have to fight. You could. I'm not saying don't do anything, but why does it always have to come down to that? You know. I don't know if I'm explaining myself or explaining my position on it thoroughly enough, but those are my thoughts on it. It's like, it doesn't have to come down to bloodshed, and anybody who keeps striving for that, we could do without. Unfortunately, those are the people that seem to rise to the top. But that's real life and in the show. As for Oscar and Ozpin, so Ozpin can take control of Oscar's body temporarily. That's interesting. You just need to see some more backstory. No, they've never really confirmed. Haven't said it yet. I'm still operating under that assumption that Ozpin is the old wizard that found and gifted the maidens their powers. Or the maidens found him and he gifted them their powers. Because their power seems to work very similar to him. Except his is now apparently a curse from the gods. Now I'm wondering, is he talking about the two brothers? Because he failed to stop Salem way back when. So Salem is obviously very ancient as well. Whether a god or a demon or some type of archetype, I'm not really sure what she is, but we'll find out more on her later, I'm sure. Yeah. The fact now, it seems like it keeps going. Eventually, Ozpin will fade as Oscar grows into Oscar's personality, combining them so that they're one. And then it'll happen again if they don't. I'm wondering if it'll stop with when they finally defeat Salem. If whoever that is, all those people would eventually have rest. I guess, yeah, that's got to be a tough life. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. As always, as I said, the link in the description below. Be sure to support the official release. And I'm going to end this one here. Until next time. Take care. Bye.